Hi, I'm Vuyo from Western Cape Government Center for Innovation within the Department of the Premier. I'm attending the IceGov 2024 with Aneesa, my manager, and Marcus, Rance, business analyst from ICT Planning and Development Unit. ICT Planning and Development is a unit that is responsible for the digital transformation strategy and planning for Western Cape Government. So we are positioned now to drive the digital agenda of the province, and part of that, of strategy development, we have to engage with our stakeholders. And citizens are key stakeholders in terms of digital transformation. So we embarked on a number of strategies of citizen engagement as a part of the process of developing the strategy and also evaluating the current strategy as well as the implementation plan that we have implemented for the past 3 years. So the reason why we decided to write a workshop on design with me, not for me, it is actually based on the insights from the citizens when we engage with them, because they raise a number of issues, starting with trust. They don't trust government. And secondly, we deploy numerous systems and they are not interested in knowing who designs what, like provincial, municipal. They don't really take that into consideration. All they want is a service. So they said, come to us so that we can inform you. I'm going to share a story of a center that we visited in Klaas, where citizens went to the e-center. They wanted U-filing. And some of us also didn't know what this U-filing is. But because the citizens had a need, which was unknown to us as a province, it's a national initiative. So when they visited to the center and they explained their request, they realized that they don't have that kind of a service. But the center managers decided to contact National Department of Labor and started assisting the services. So meaning that they were telling us, come to us, get to know what we want from you as government, and not just put systems and platforms that are not talking to our needs. And we save them a lot of money in terms of traveling from Klaas to Oudtshoorn so that they can get that kind of a service. So we brought all the relevant stakeholders, our own team that was doing training on how to access U-filing, as well as national department that guided us in terms of training the center staff so that they can be able to help the citizens. So empathy-driven is when you put yourself in the shoes of the citizen, understanding them, building trust, which is also one of our cultural behaviors, where our organization, we need to build that trust with citizens and also show that we care for them. We're not just deploying systems, not knowing what value is going to add to the citizens. And we must also be accountable of the services that we deploy with the citizens. I mustn't say with the citizens, and so that we know it meets their needs. Part of the strategy development, as I mentioned, we had to do an external survey with the citizens, and that's where we went out to all 6 districts of the Western Cape, covering all areas, urban, peri-urban, as well as rural areas. We wanted the voice of the citizens. We wanted to know how the citizens feel about the digital services that we provide to them. It is where we realized that as government employees, we don't have a good relationship with the citizens. They don't trust us. Now we had to work on building the trust. The process that we followed was to go back to the citizens, sit with them, understand their needs, so that we can address and improve their service delivery as well as satisfaction levels. It's a process of building a relationship with them. They needed to know that we are part of them. We are not just there to gather information that they don't know what is going to be used for. And also to encourage them to use the digital services that we provide. So we have to engage continuously. It's not a once-off project, which led us to bringing the element of design thinking methodology, where we have to bring the citizen into the house and design the services that they want with them, not for them. I would like to mention the fact that some of the digital services that we provide to our citizens include the economy, where we look at how the citizens access the SME funding portal and how accessible it is, the ease of use, the quality of information that is there, and also where do they go when they want to access this kind of service. And we also cover the social services, safety, neighborhood watch, accountability. Red Tape also talks to the SMEs, the whole issue of food security, environment, health and wellness, housing, heritage and education. And we had an online, during that time of the survey, we have just implemented the online admission. And we gathered a lot of information, and it came out strongly from the citizens that it's really helping them. They don't have to travel much. They can go to any e-center to access the portal and also get support from the e-center managers so that they can be able to apply for their kids.
My name is Rance. I'm a lead analyst, digital transformation, working with the Western Cape government. So just to walk you through some of our key milestones in our digital transformation journey. Our digital government strategy was approved by our cabinet in 2017. And around 2019, we started moving from strategy to implementation. And later on, as you pan through the journey that we've been through, you will know that and see that the first step when you're going to implementation is to engage and understand your citizen. So first of all, we needed to do like a citizen needs assessment. What is it that the citizen needs? And after we'd understood that portion, the next step in our journey was obviously going out and engaging the citizens and innovating around that process of citizen engagement. Because citizen engagement is quite important in this journey because it creates a layer of accountability, especially if we have recorded those engagements with the citizens. They would have told you that their frustrations are because they have to queue in lines to fill in a housing form, whereas they could have done that from the comfort of their homes. So that layer is the one that creates that accountability. And that accountability is quite important in any digital transformation journey because you need to go back to the citizen at some point when you do either a self-assessment or you get an independent assessor to come and look at the progress that you've made in your digital transformation journey. And part of the key questions or key steps would be going back to the citizen and saying, hey, since the last time we spoke, this is what we've implemented. Is it making a difference in your life? And part of the difference in that life is whether behavior has changed, right? Digital transformation is, you'll hear this over and over again, is not about technology. The transformation happens in the lives of citizens from an impact and creating value point of view, as well as from a business side of things. Business needs to transform, and part of the reasons why some digital transformation strategies do not work or fail is because business themselves have failed to transform. And later on, there's a step in our digital transformation journey where we do assessments, reviews, and see how that implementation has worked, what can we learn, and when do we need to pivot to another strategy. We, as the Western Cape government, are currently busy working on what we call the Digital Government Strategy 2.0. We are preparing to go back to the citizen, speak to them again, understand them a bit more. And all of that speaks to our values as an organization. It also speaks to our empathy-driven approach, our citizen centricity, which is a culture change that has to permeate the whole entire organization.